It's been literally every other day, dude. Your boy Ray's kind of at a loss for words just how crazy this buildup has been getting into Season 13 in the realm of update sneak peeks and Easter eggs. You may be thinking, Ray, chill with the freaking Brawl news episodes, but there's a reason why there's so dang many. This buildup is absolutely staggering. I cannot remember the last time there's been so many juicy sneak peeks and Easter eggs to go over. Your boy Ray's brain is getting scattered. I don't... Brawl news. We have a grand total of 5 days, including today, until the supposed date of the next Brawl Talk being June 25th. And even with 5 more days remaining, we've had a copious amount of Easter egg videos, and I got a feeling it's not going to calm down anytime soon, making this probably the most heavily Easter egged or update sneak peek update in quite some time, or just in the history of Brawl Stars. So of course, if you guys want to keep up to date, like we always do here on this channel, keeping you guys in the loop of update info before we actually get the update, make sure to subscribe. I'm sure it's not over yet. Just to kind of put this in perspective, I'm sure we can all agree that the Biodome update was a little bit more rich when it came to backstory and lore here in the Brawl Stars universe. Well, technically, that update had a grand total of 3 different update Easter egg photos. Starting off with this one, and then a little bit ways down the line, we got this one. We had the Biodome in the background and things like that. And then the third and final one before we got the literal Brawl Talk Easter egg or sneak peeks was this one, a grand total of 3. A very rich backstory, awesome storyline type of updates that a lot of people thought that was going to be more lore based. Definitely made sense, right, to have quite a bit of build up to it because it's a little bit more of an important update. Now, like I said in the beginning of the video, we still have 5 days until this next Brawl Talk comes out, leaving us quite a bit of room for additional posts, but the grand total that we've gotten up until this point, Easter egg based photos, is 6. 6 photos. We have this one to kick it off. The second one was the juiciest one of them all, giving us the Brawl Talk date and continuing the fishing robot story. Third one here, the continuation of the fishing robot. Fourth, continuation of the fishing robot. Fifth, continuation of the fishing robot. And I think maybe something a little bit more juicy with this writing here. People theorizing that it writes out shark. And sixth, another one. We have another one that we haven't been able to go over here. So yeah, guys, the Brawl news episodes have been firing out like crazy because this is nuts. But I think it is pretty safe to assume that, you know, the more buildup you get for an update, I think it would be logical to kind of expect that the update is going to be a little bit more hype if they build it up more than others. But with that being said, I think it's time to get straight away into newer info that we've gotten since the last episode of Brawl News. We have a tweet coming here over on the official Brawl Stars Twitter page 2 days ago. Brawlers are fighters, but they still have fears like everyone else. What's your main brawler's biggest fear? So it appears we're in the Mr. P hotel environment, the Snowtel, where we have Janet, Bonnie, Stu, and Amber hanging out outside and Mr. P on the phone complaining to someone. But of course, the biggest thing coming from this photo is the Penny hat in the background here in the snow. So our theories in the past that Penny would be getting a remodel, I think, are now secured or confirmed here even more, seeing that this is now our second Easter egg of Penny popping up. And I've also been seeing a lot of people theorizing that because Penny is going to be getting a remodel in Season 13, that it would make a lot of sense for her to be the Brawl Pass Tier 1 exclusive skin. There hasn't been a whole lot of new Penny skins just because she has an outdated model, so it makes sense for the model to be updated and then getting new skins. But with that out of the way, next moving along to a tweet that came out one day ago by Brawl Stars once again, saying it's almost time to say goodbye to the hashtag stunt show season. Tell us what you think will be the theme of the next one. So I think this is a perfect example of one of those photos that we've brought up in the past in these Brawl News episodes of not a super Easter egg rich photo. Just a photo to get kind of the Brawl Stars community talking or a discussion piece. But even though this photo in and of itself doesn't have any notable Easter eggs in it, I think the context of this tweet is kind of a funny little talking point that is very relevant to what has been going on recently on the Brawl Stars social media. It's very heavy in Easter eggs, but this photo or this discussion point is literally getting people to discuss what the next theme is going to be even further than what we've already been doing. So it's almost like we know you've been talking about it, let's talk about it more here. But that concludes the newest noteworthy things in terms of Easter eggs for this next update here that were posted since our last episode of Brawl News. But with that out of the way, I next want to get straight away into other evidence as to why Season 13 might be a little bit more significant than what we're letting on. So as we transition into this next bit of news, I want to give you all a friendly reminder, a talking point in which we discussed in a Brawl News episode a while ago, and that was the whole glitch theory surrounding a Brawl Talk that came out. In that episode of Brawl News, we had brought up a really interesting talking point that might be alluding to something significant coming out in Season 13. Once again, taking a look at the Chosen One over here on YouTube with this video he posted. Way back in the day, during the Season 3 Brawl Talk, there was a premiere that aired where the number 13 appeared on the screen several different times, but each time it appeared, it glitched out, maybe giving some sort of evidence that the number 13 at the time was significant to some degree. He then goes on in showcasing the examples here. When the time reached 2:13, it glitched out. Once again, counting down around the 1 minute mark, 1:13, it glitched out again. And then of course, skipping another minute, 0:13 seconds, it glitched out again. So back in Season 3, the season in which we got a lot of Starr Park details, a lot of people in the community were racking their heads around what the significance behind the number 13 was. Was it a particular date we were to look forward to? Or was it something else that we would get down the line? And nothing really came of it at the end of the day. But then the theory surrounding this countdown video sparked again as we were slowly approaching this next season, Season 13. Though it was a long shot that at Season 3 they were sneak peeking something significant to happen 10 seasons later during Season 13, it's kind of maybe making a little bit of sense. I guess I'm not crazy certain, seeing that it is a very huge time gap in between those two seasons, but it's fun to kind of think about, seeing that Season 3 is arguably one of the richest in terms of Starr Park lore. Giving something like this wasn't super uncommon. We kind of like turned the blind eye once we discovered nothing really came of this number 13 at the time. But what if it was alluding to something significant to come around the corner way in the future? It would kind of make sense as to why we haven't been getting that much Starr Park lore, Starr Park developments on significant dates where it would make sense for it to come back, much like the last anniversary of the WKBRL livestream. Maybe it didn't come back at that time because it was waiting for this Season 13. It might be a good explanation as to why we're getting this very irregularly large build-up for an update. 6 different Easter egg photos still 5 days out. It might be another reason as to why we're seeing some different themes coming back into play as we're building up to this Season 13, much like the pirate theme and even the Snowtell theme. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up once again is people have made some connections over here on the starpark.biz website, maybe giving us further context that Season 13 might have some more significance in terms of lore. If we take a look at the photos, one photo in particular that got people talking was this junk mail photo on the website. Now, if you guys have been following the Brawl News episodes that we've been making, you'll know that a lot of the theories surrounding the newest Brawler coming out in Season 13 is that they're more than likely going to be fitting in the Buzz family. If you want a good rundown as to why those theories are being made, make sure to check out those Brawl News episodes. We just don't have a whole lot of time here. But if you guys didn't know, there's been 2 significant updates with the starpark.biz website. The very first one was basically when we first discovered the website, a ton of different photos that everyone kind of dissected, tried to find connections with, and things along those lines. But a long break appeared on the website of new things being implemented until we came across the last summer update, the Summer Splash update, quite a bit before we got any information about the update in terms of Easter eggs or even the Brawl Talk. A bunch of new photos were posted to the website, all having to do with that Summer Splash update. All these ones at the bottom having very deep ties to what eventually came out during the update. Even a Buzz lifeguard whistle that he has on his character, basically giving us the sneak peek of the new Brawler before he came out. So the fact that some significant things happened over here on the Starr Park website during the Buzz update is pretty significant if you ask me, leading into the connections being made here in this photo. So the context of this photo is they had a recall of these inflatable egg toys because they were actually hatching. We have here, warning, do not inflate your floaty dino egg TM. Do not deflate your floaty dino egg TM. So yeah, dude, this recall is was literally because toys being sold at Starr Park, inflatable egg toys, were actually hatching into these little dino dudes. So whether that hatching might have something to do with this new brawler coming around the corner, who the heck knows? But I think it's a really fun little theory to go off of, as well as a lot of people discussing it. Taking a look at this next little portion, what to do next? Do not inflate your inflatable egg. Do run if your inflatable egg starts hatching. Do not expose your inflatable egg to water. Do not taunt or coax your inflatable egg. I thought it was really interesting that water was a big telltale sign to avoid with these inflatable eggs. This next season 13 has a lot to deal with water based on some of the Easter eggs that we've been getting in the past. So maybe, just maybe, this is giving further evidence that the next brawler will be fitting into the Buzz family, seeing that this is definitely Buzz related or the Buzz update related, and these inflatable eggs never really had that much development story-wise after this was posted. It would make a lot of sense if season 13 has a lot to do with water, that maybe the dino egg or this toy hatched and then fitting into the Buzz family, maybe a more aquatic type brawler. Now this, in my opinion, is definitely just kind of speculation and stuff like that, trying to make fun connections, theory crafting and stuff. But another thing that I think might be confirming this is up in the very top right hand corner of the photo. We have some additional info up here for the postcard of the envelope. Pre-assorted first class mail postage and fees paid. Permit number S13. So a lot of people not only making fun theories based on the info in this recall letter, but might be actually confirming its significance in this season 13 because of S13. Season 13. So guys, I really don't know what all of this is going to combine to be at the very end of things, but I think it's safe to say that we've been getting a lot of very interesting things coming out here as of recently, or eyes being placed on the number 13 or just this next update in terms of Starr Park or lore-based thing. An unprecedented amount of Easter egg photos being posted for this next update. The number 13 being thrown out during the season 3, one of the craziest Starr Park updates that we've had, not really amounting to anything significant at the time, but maybe alluding to something very significant coming out 10 seasons later. And then season 13 related things catching the eyes of people in the community and kind of connecting very conveniently to theories and the Easter eggs that we've been going off of in the realm of and more aquatic type update or water-based stuff. Definitely a lot of stuff being discussed as of recently, that is for dang sure. But I think justifiably, seeing that the buildup has been nutty for this next season, I think it would warrant people to dive pretty dang deep into speculation. So I thought it was interesting and I wanted to bring it past you guys here. But yeah, everyone, I think that's a good ending point for this video here today. Things are heating up and I am loving the connections being made. Only time will tell what this season 13 is going to have in store for us, but I find it fun to kind of keep you guys in the loop along the way with the most significant theories coming out. But yeah, guys, be sure to let me know what you're thinking. Always value your input on these types of things. These are some of my favorite videos to make here on this channel, that's for dang sure, even if it does get a little nutty. But hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to slap a like on it. Really appreciate that. Have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Keep having fun with Brawl Stars, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Adios, and take care. Wachoo!